Internazionale lead the charge over in Italy as Napoli 3-4 down to 4th. What's going to happen in this next round of matches? We'll take a little look next. That's right, folks. Back here in a today before match number 18 over in Serie A, and we'll get to it in just one second. If you know where you've been, smash your subscribe and hit your bang everything. All things Serie A related, Blackburn Rovers related, world football league all here, boys, in a very, very lively Serie A. We'll take a look at it, all of it in a minute, of course, as AC Milan and Internazionale, of course, break away a little bit from the chasing back, but of course, Atalanta are in there next for Champions League action once again this coming season. But what on earth is going wrong with Juventus and, of course, Napoli? We'll have a look at it in a minute. Big shout out to my VIPs. They're the Patreons, guys. Thank you for your loving, of course, behind the scenes. If you want to become the latest member of the gang, brother from another mother, you could be from as little as a can of Coke, all the way up to as whatever you like. Support the channel another way. That is the best place to do it. Patreon.com/overseas, guys. Do really, really appreciate it. And a big shout out to those guys as well. But anyway, let's get cracking then. Of course, recap, because he bloody knows how you guys got on. I bloody know how you guys got on as well in the prediction league. So let's take a little look at it then, shall we? Here we go. These are the games that did take place this past weekend. Fiorentina picking up a win, big win over Salernitana, 4-0 win in the end. Roma got back to winning ways with a 2-0 win as well. Called it, lads. Called it. Genoa picked up a loss against my boys Sampdoria. Thank heavens for that. 3-1 win for them. Torino 2-1 win over Bologna, and I called that one as well. Venezia picked up a cheeky draw against Juventus. Goodness gracious me. AS Roma picked up a loss against Atalanta. 2-1 win for them on the road. Internazionale 4-0 wins over Cagliari. Cagliari are in trouble, aren't they? 19th at the moment. Meanwhile, Sassuolo got a cheeky win over Lazio. Sarri ball in a bit of poo-poo there. Meanwhile, Napoli also had a bit of poo-poo as they lost to Empoli. 1-0 win for them, who had a fantastic season, up to 8th right now. And Udinese picked up a draw against AC Milan. Meanwhile, take a look at the table. How about that then? Of course, Internazionale 1 point clear over Milan at the moment. Of course, just one defeat for them so far this season. Atalanta into 3rd. Of course, Napoli down to 4th. Look at that. Just 1 minute 5 for them at the moment. Fiorentina up to 5th. Of course, they've turned a corner as well. And of course, Mourinho's boys. A big win for them at the moment. Meanwhile, down the foot of the table, Salernitana, Cagliari and Genoa going down as it at the moment. We'll see how that changes. Torino doing great. Sampdoria doing all right. Could do it a bit better than that. But of course, probably the season, if there's a surprise package, it is, of course, Empoli 8th for the table, doing absolute bits right now. Oh, who's doing absolute bits in the prediction league? He bloody knows. What about you guys? Well, take a little look. Even Hussein picks up 7 points there. Barcelona, Easter, Karmakukin, and Saka Ikeki picking up, of course, a second honours there, bronze medal, silver medal. Of course, we are approaching the halfway mark. It won't be until the next round of matches. That'll be the last one for the halfway. Well, once we get to the match number 20, that'll be the start of a new half. What we're going to do, of course, give the chance for the guys, for example, if we look at the master plan, the likes of Connor or somebody down there, Mr. Austin, for example, who's bottom of the pops there. Realistically, is he going to challenge for top honours? He might still turn around the second half of the season, but to give those new guys who are coming in here late to the party a chance to get their name in lights, because basically Hans Wurst, Nanakem, Max Sangari, Photo77 have been in the top billing here, the leaderboard, for a good part of the season, and they'll continue to be there at a good part of the season. But we're going to have a brand new half. We're going to continue the master leaderboard. Of course, we're going to combine those or whatever. We'll still have that going on, but of course, to kind of give everyone a bit of a boost mentally, prediction-wise. Of course, maybe even establish themselves as contenders for next season. We're going to have a second half of the season leaderboard. So, for example, Deepak the Great and Vincent Hong, Hans Wurst, but basically a top 5 or 6 here, or 7 even, can still win this first half of the season. But it just gives them a bit of a boost. Hopefully that makes sense. Anyway, kicking on forward then, of course, this is how you do it. If you are new and you're watching, how do I get involved? It is free to enter. Get in here. The link is there, cut4/Serie A. Also, check out the link down below for this sexy bit of kit. It is big bad boy Brereton Diaz. He could be playing in Serie A next season. He could be playing in there in January. Who knows? But of course, he is the face of the place in a David Bowie-esque sort of bit of kit, sexy bit of kit, available in blue and white, and also in La Rocca red. Get amongst it. In fact, I'll tell you all about it right now. Before we get going, of course, I want to showcase this amazing hoodie jumper here. Of course, it is of big bad boy Brereton Diaz of Blackburn Rovers and La Rocca fame. Of course, he is ripping up in the championship these days, and of course, he could actually kick on to either the Premier League or maybe even La Liga next season. Now, of course, we do have these shirts that are available. They do support the channel, and of course, they also support local artist Ben Hayward, who did design this amazing bit of artwork. So, if you want to get involved and help the channel in another way, of course, support a local artist, this is a great place to start. There will be a link to this hoodie in the old description down below. You can get it in, of course, Blackburn Rovers white or blue, and also in, of course, Viva La Rocca red here. I have actually sold a couple of these bad boys, so a big shout out to the guys that did purchase this. And again, if you think this is a bit too much for yourself or for your other half or for a member of your family, you could also explore a big bad boy Burton Diaz mug. It is out there as well for a little bit less money there, but of course it also supports the channel in another way. So please make sure you check it all out. It does wonders for the channel, and of course it gets the Diaz face out there. It also gets my little face out there. But anyway, let's kick it on with, of course, the next round of picture predictions. Meanwhile, kicking off forward then, of course, looking forward to match number 18. Here we go then. Shall we kick it off with Fiorentina, who are on form against Sassuolo, taking place on the 19th of December. Of course, that's a Sunday. Place on the 16th times, we've done 13. We've got 6 wins apiece and 5 draws. Fiorentina just 1 defeat, past 5 for them, 67% form. Look at the Sassuolo side, also 1 defeat. It's about 6 for them, 58% form as well, drawing a lot of games over Sassuolo. Meanwhile, last round in Fiorentina was a 1-1 draw. That's back in December 2020. Sassuolo haven't lost the last 3 against Fiorentina. In fact, just 1 defeat, past 6 against them in recent times. Meanwhile, Fiorentina picking up a 4-0 win over Salernitana. Sassuolo picking up a 2-1 win over Lazio. Of course, look at the odds here. We've got 2017 on. Fiorentina, they are form 11-4. It should draw 3-1. Should away win that Sassuolo. I'm going to go with a 2-1 win for Fiorentina on this one. AC Milan, they're going to be taking on Napoli, a bit of a top of the table crunch clash here. Played each other quarter miles 41 times since 1993, 12 wins for AC, 30 wins for Napoli, and we've got 16 draws. Just 1 defeated past 4 for AC Milan at the moment, 58% form up against the Napoli side. Just 1 win and 4 for them, 42% form for them right now. Of course, that's around over at the Giuseppe Messa. Was a 1 win for Napoli. That's back in March 2021. Of course, Napoli coming into the back of a loss against Empoli. Meanwhile, Milan picking up a draw against Udinese. Look at the odds here. We have AC Milan, of course, 5-4 for the victory, 35 is your draw, 2-1 is your away win. That's Napoli on this one. Going to go with a 1-0 win. Squeaky bum win for AC Milan to take the 3 points. Atalanta, they're going to take on Roma. Of course, Mourinho's boys need a statement result to get themselves back in the hunt here. 45 times to play since 1993, 40 wins for Atalanta, 22 wins for Roma, and 9 draws. Just 1 defeat though in the past 6 games for Atalanta. 75% form against the Roma side. Back-to-back wins for them at long last. 67% form for them right now. Of course, last round in Atalanta was a 4-1 win for Atalanta. In fact, they haven't lost against Roma in a long time. In fact, the last time they lost was back in 2017. It was in Atalanta. It was a 1-0 win for Roma. That would be a typical Mourinho result here. Of course, that's around. Of course, Atalanta picking up 2-1 win over Hellas Verona. Roma picking up 2-1 win over Spezia on this one. Look at the odds here. The odds are at 10-7 on Atalanta, 16-5 is draw, 16-5 is your way win. That's Roma. I'm going with the 2-1 win for Atalanta. As much as I want Mourinho to win, I think he'll lose this one. Cagliari, they're going to be taking on, of course, Udinese. A bit of a bottom of the table crunch clash here. Played each other 42 times since 1993, 11 wins for Cagliari, 23 wins for Udinese, and 8 draws. Cagliari come to this, who haven't won in the last at least 6 games, picking up 33% form. Of course, unbeaten. Just 1 defeat past 5 for them, however, drawing 4 out of the last 5. Meanwhile, of course, Udinese coming to this, just 1 win and 6 for them, 42% form for them right now. Of course, been a while since they've won. Of course, looking at the last round in Cagliari, it was a 1-1 draw back in December 2020. Cagliari coming into this on the back of a 4-0 loss against Internazionale. Of course, Udinese picking up a draw against the other side of Milan, out AC. Meanwhile, look at the odds on this one. Cagliari 20% for the victory, 30-10 is your way win, and 23-10 is your draw. Smells like a draw for me. 1-0 on this for me. Bologna taking on Juventus, of course, who need some results as well. Played each other corner in my eyes around about 46 times since 1996. 2 wins for Bologna, 35 wins for Juventus, and 9 draws. 3 wins in the past 6 for Bologna, 50% form up against the Juventus side. Unbeaten in the last 4, 58% form for them right now. Of course, that's around over in Bologna was a 4-1 win for Juventus. In fact, the last time that Bologna picked up a win, it's probably a long time. I can't see it. I can't see it. I can't bloody see it. It's been a long time. We're going all the way to 2004. So it's been a bloody lifetime. Anyway, of course, Bologna did lose to Torino last round. Of course, Juventus picked up a draw against Venezia last round. Look at the odds here. We've got Bologna 65 for the victory, 11-4 is your draw, 65 on is your Juventus. They'll win this one here, 2-0 win as well. Torino, they're going to be taking on Verona on Sunday. Played each other around about 28 times in 97. Then wins for Torino, 6 wins for Verona, and 11 draws. Just 1 win in the past 4 for Torino. In fact, 1 defeat past 5 for Torino. 50% form right now. Against the Verona side, who have just 1 win in 4 for them. 50% form for them right now. Of course, that's around. In Torino was a 1-1 draw. In fact, the last 4 matches between these two sides have all ended up with a draw. In fact, 5 of the last 6 have ended up as a draw between these two sides. The only win came in favour of Verona. That was in Verona. Meanwhile, of course, Verona picking up a loss against Atalanta. Torino picking up a win over Bologna last round. Look at the odds here. Torino coming at you, a 23-20 for the victory, 23-10 is your Verona, 23-10 is your draw. It does smell like a draw, but I'm going with Torino here. 2-1 win for them, for me. Lazio, they're going to be taking on Genoa. That's, of course, coming on Friday, of course, on the 17th of December. Played each other 33 times since 93, 60 wins for Lazio, 11 wins for Genoa, and 6 draws, of course. Lazio coming to this, just 1 win and 5 for them, 50% form up against the Genoa side, and won the last 14 games. That's Shevchenko's boys. Last round, of course, in Lazio was a 4-3 win for Lazio. Of course, that was back in May 2021. Of course, Lazio did lose to Sassuolo last round. Genoa picked up a loss against Sampdoria last round. Look at the odds here. We do have Lazio 5-2 on for the victory, 7-1 is your Genoa, 50-4 is your draw. Go with the hosts here, 2-0 win for them to take it. Of course, Sampdoria, they're going to take it on. Of course, Venezia over in Sampdoria. That's right, over at the Luigi Ferraris. Of course, played 6 times in 1998. 3 wins for Sampdoria, 1 for Venezia, and 2 draws. 3 wins in the past 6 for Sampdoria, 50% form up against the Venezia side. Well, 1 in the last 4. In fact, 3 defeats in the past 4 for them. Of course, that's around over in Sampdoria. It's a 4-0 win for Sampdoria. In fact, the away side hasn't won this game the last 6 occasions. Of course, Sampdoria picking up a 3-1 over Genoa. Venezia picking up a cheeky win over a cheeky draw against Juventus. That's around. Look at the odds here. On, of course, Sunday, 5-4 on is your Sampdoria, 11-4 is your 10-3 is your away win. That's Venezia. Going to go with the 1-0 win for Sampdoria, just enough to get over the line. Spezia taking on Empoli. Let's get into this one then, shall we? Of course, they played each other 9 times, 12, 2 wins apiece, and 5 draws. Just 1 win and 6 there for Spezia on this one. 25% form against the Empoli side. Just 1 defeat, about 6 for them, 6-7% form for them right now. Of course, that's around in Spezia was a 1-0 win for Spezia. That was back in June 2020 in Serie B. Meanwhile, Spezia did lose to Roma last time. Of course, Empoli picking up a 1-0 win over Napoli. That's right. Look at the odds here. 11-8 is your Spezia, 9-5 is your women's Empoli, and 13-5 is your draw. 0-0 for me on this one. Point in the bag for Empoli again. And then finally, Salernitana up against Internazionale. I believe Salernitana are bottom up against Internazionale, who are top. Played each other 2 times in 1998, 1 win apiece. Of course, Salernitana, though, haven't won in the last 6. Picked up 5 defeats in the past 6. Of course, up against Internazionale, so just lost 1 loss the past 6. Of course, that 1 loss was against Real Madrid. Of course, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, at least 5 clean sheets of the past 6 games for Internazionale. Meanwhile, Salernitana haven't scored in 1, 2, 3 games. Just 1 goal in the past 6 games for Salernitana, who, like I said, are bottom quite convincingly so. Meanwhile, of course, the odds here 40-1 Salernitana, 5-1 on Internazionale, 11-2 is your draw. Of course, 3-0 win for Internazionale on this one, and they won't score a goal either, or concede a goal. That, my friends, is just about that. Be sure to get your picks in, of course, using the website Serie A. Also, remember, check out the link down below for this sexy bit of kit with, of course, big member of support the channel if you can. There's also support a local artist who did create the design. Of course, I'll be back again next week, double match week, of course, heading into Boxing Day and the new year. It'll be the final one for a couple of weeks over in Italy, but be sure to get in there, pick predictions as well. Twitter, Twitch, Facebook, they're all down there. Of course, Patreon, if you want to support chat in another way, make sure you check that out. But until then, guys, we are done with this.